Hello everyone, welcome back to FPL Star. Today I gonna discuss about FPL Final Analysis for Game Week 2. So before starting, if you are new in this channel, please subscribe this channel for FPL content throughout the season. Now let's start. At first, I will look at the expected goal concede in Game Week 1, and Liverpool are the best team in Game Week 1 in defensive side. Their expected goal concede ratio was 0.34. Brighton also display a solid one, and their expected goal concede was 0.41. Manchester United also got a solid display. They have got 0.42. Southampton 0.40. I think that's because of Newcastle Fabian Schär red card, and Arsenal as always defensively very good. Their expected goal concede ratio was 0.58. And if you look at the expected goal conceded in game week 1 bottom 5, Ipswich defensively not looking solid. Their expected goal concede ratio was 3.93. Then Aston Villa and West Ham, this match is very high scoring, I think. If you look at the chance, a lot of chance created in this match, and Aston Villa got 2.8 goal concede ratio, and West Ham got 2.67, and Fulham on the other hand against Manchester United, their expected goal concede ratio was 2.04. Bruno Fernandes missed two glorious chances in this match, and Newcastle got 1.95 expected goal concede ratio, but still they maintain clean sheet. I think that's a lucky one for Newcastle. Now I will move on to the next one, and it's expected goal score ratio in game week 1, and Liverpool has got the best attack. They have got 3.93 expected goal score ratio in game week 1. Then West Ham got 2.8, Aston Villa got 2.67. Manchester United attackingly also playing well. Their expected goal score ratio was 2.04, and Southampton got 1.95. And then I will look at the predicted clean sheet for game week 2, and Manchester City has got 60% chance of maintaining clean sheet against Ipswich. Then Liverpool has got 42% chance of maintaining clean sheet against Brentford. Then Tottenham got 40% chance against Everton to maintain clean sheet. Fulham also defensively looks solid for game week 2, and they have got 38% chance of maintaining clean sheet against Leicester. And Arsenal as usual defensively very good, and they have got 36% chance against Aston Villa away match to maintain clean sheet. Now I will move on to the first dilemma discussion for game week 2, and it's which Manchester United midfielder or forward do you think will be best for game week 2? And engaged FPL manager trends here is that 35% engaged FPL manager think that Fernandes and Jargi are the best FPL Manchester United asset for game week 2, and 24% are going for none of Manchester United midfielder or forward option. My preference here is that if I can make a move, then I can go for Bruno Fernandes, but it's quite hard to fit Bruno Fernandes in my team. So at present, I am lining up with none to go for Manchester United, and Jarg is also looking good for Manchester United in his first match. He has some good touch in this match, and his finish is amazing in game week 1. So he might be an option for later part. Now move on to the second dilemma discussion, and it is which Man City midfielder are you considering to buy ahead of the game week 2 Ipswich home match? And I think against Ipswich home match, Manchester City will score a lot of goal, and if they score 3 or 4 goals, then their midfielder will be involved there. And but by the youngest FPL manager trends here is that they will not buy any Manchester City midfielder because they think there will be a rotation risk for every Manchester City midfielder. But I think it is without Haaland, and a lot of FPL managers going for Haaland, so that's why I think 47% are opting for none. And the most popular one here is Doku, 23%. It's surprising one, and Cavity and Foden got 15% chance. And if you look at my ranking, I think Foden is my favorite to go for any Manchester City asset, but I think none can be an option because I have got Haaland, so he's also a good, and Cavity as always can give assists, so he might be a good option. Now move on to the question number 3, and who is the best cheap forward for game week 2? And if you look at the game week 1 team performance, Wood score 1 goal, and also Jamie Vardy score 1 goal, but Muniz cannot score any goal in game week 1, but still 30% manager thinking that he is the best cheap forward right now. And my choice here is that I am lining up with Muniz because he has got two favorable fixtures, Leicester home and Ipswich away in game week 2 and 3, and that's why I think Muniz is the best choice. Then I think Jamie Vardy and Wood are too close, and I think all three forward option is a very good one for your FPL team. They are very cheap and they can have potential to score multiple return for your team. My next question is for Konsa owners, and what is your plan on Game Week 2? And engaged FPL manager trends here, they have already sold Kwanzaa before the price drop, and 21% are already sold Kwanzaa. 14% will bench him in Game Week 2, and 14% are not still sure, and they will sell before deadline, I think. And it was surprising that 51% will start him in Game Week 2. It's surprising. I'm not expecting that much. FPL manager to go for Kwanzaa in their starting 11. And my thought here is that I am not a Kwanzaa owner. That's first thing you should consider. And at present, if I have Kwanzaa, then I will bench him because his price already dropped, so he will not drop soon. So that's why I gonna bench him if I have got good bench grabber. Now move on to the question number 5, and it's for Pedro Poro owner. And what is your stand right now about Pedro Poro for game week 2? And engaged FPL manager trends here is they will start Pedro Poro in game week 2 right now, and it's 92% for start. And I'm also lining with Pedro Poro, and in my team I have got Pedro Poro. I might start him in game week 2, but it's all depend on the press conference. But if you look at the 5% FPL manager, they will bench Pedro Poro because of the risk, and 3% will sell Pedro Poro before deadline because they are not sure that Pedro Poro will start even after the press conference. If Tottenham manager says that Pedro Poro is fine, but still they will not believe. Now move on to the question number 6. And what is your transfer plan for game week 2? And here 46% FPL engaged manager will roll their transfer, and 46% will use one transfer, but only 8% are taking -4 hit. And my plan here is right now I might roll transfer, but I can make one free transfer if Pedro Poro find that he will not play, and I can go for Munoz, or even I can transfer out Mikolanko to, I think, Rico Lewis for a short term option. Now move on to the question number 7, and who will be your captain in game week 2? And here the popular FPL manager trends are 66% thinking they will go for Erling Haaland, and I am also with lining with them, and 24% are going for Salah captaincy, and 10% are for Saka. Now I will discuss 10 popular transfer for game week 2. And if you look at the buy category, Erling Haaland is essential for game week 2. And if you don't have Erling Haaland, you will suffer in game week 2, and that's for sure. Then I think in rank 2 position, Salah is also very good FPL buy because he will play against Brentford home match. So I think I expect Salah to score in this match, and that's why he's a good buy for game week 2. Then Saka, Arsenal talisman, he is the main man for Arsenal, and Arsenal obviously score goal against Aston Villa. So Saka is a good buy for game week 3 two actually. And the fourth option here is Havertz. He's playing in the center forward position, playing well against Wolves. So I expect him to start against Aston Villa in the center forward position. So he's a good buy for game week 2. And the fifth option here is Jamie Vardy. He's just 5.5 million option, very cheap, playing for Leicester, playing well in game week 1. So he's a good buy for game week 2. Then Diego Jota playing as a center forward for Liverpool. In FPL, he is listed as a midfielder, but he's playing in the center forward position, so he's an out of position FPL option. So I think for game week 2, he's a good option because I think he will start in game week 2. Then Bernardo Silva from Manchester City. A lot of FPL manager going for Bernardo Silva, but I don't totally confidence about Bernardo Silva because he's sometimes playing deep, sometimes playing wide. So he might give you return. It's an optional option. You can go for him. Then Bardiol at present, I think he's also an optional option because you can get the clean sheet against Ipswich home, might be, but Bardiol will not give you attacking return because he is playing very deep for Manchester City. Then Wilbeck in game week 2, he played well, but I am not totally confident about Brighton fixer, and also Wilbeck position in Brighton lineup. He might rotate it with Joe Pedro or other option like Ferguson. There is they also signing one forward right now, so I am not totally confident about Wilbeck. And then Mazraoui, I think you should ignore because I don't think Manchester United will maintain clean sheet in game week 2 or 3 because they have got 2 hard fixes. So that's why I think you should ignore Mazraoui. Now move on to the top 10 popular sale, and here in rank 1 position is Rodrigo. He is injured right now, so I think you should sell him, and it's an essential sale for game week 2. Then Tony, he's not playing for Brentford, and I think you should sell him, and it's an essential sale also. Then Trippier not starting for Newcastle. He is like 6 million defender, and why you are benching him in game week 2? And I think it's not a good option for your team, and that's why I think you should sell Trippier because he will not start for Newcastle. Even though there is concern about Fabian Schär, he is now red carded, suspended for 2 or 3 game weeks. So it might might hold good for Trippier, but I still not confident that Trippier will start for Newcastle, and that's why he's an essential sale. And he's also 6 million. So why you spend 6 million defender who will not surely start? Then Kwanzaa for Liverpool, I think it's a good sell because in game week 1 he was subbed off in 45 minutes for tactical reasons. So I am not expecting him to start in game week 2, but he still has got some chance that he might start for Liverpool, and that's why he is a good sell, not essential for game week 2. Then Anderson, he is heavily linked to Fulham, and if he move over to Fulham, he might miss one match for medical or other stuff. But if he goes to Fulham, he might be a good option also. So it's an optional option. You can sell him, but still hold him. It's either way. And now move on to the sixth option, and it's Watkins in game week 1. He disappointed his owner, but in game week 2 he has got Arsenal. It's a hard picture, but I think Aston Villa has the capability to score goal against Arsenal. So selling Watkins is not ideal for me. But if you go for other option like Isaac in early, then I think you can go for him. And also, I think if you sell Watkins to Havertz or Isaac, then it might be might be okay. And but if I am a Watkins, or I might not sell for game week 2 because after game week 2, Watkins has got very good run of fixer. Then Gordon in game week 2, disappointing option, and he disappointed his owner. I think a lot of FP manager got frustrated for Gordon, but at present, I think it's an optional sale because Gordon, I think when Newcastle will play with 11 players, he can return, and it's also Bournemouth away in game week 2. So I'm expecting Gordon to do well, and I think he's an optional sale if you want to go for like cheap option like 6.5 million or 5.5 million Smith Rowe, then it might be a good option. Then in rank 8 position, it's Palmer. A lot of FPL managers selling Palmer, but I have not got the brain why they are doing this and why they make them in game week wanting for Palmer. If you buy game week 1 Palmer, then why you are not selling him? Because in game week 2 onward, Chelsea has got amazing run of fixer. So if you go for Saka or Salah, then it might be okay. But at present, I am not sure that you should sell Palmer in your team, and that's why he's an optional sale. You can sell him if you think Palmer will not return like the previous season. And number 9 position is Pickford. A lot of FPL manager going for goalkeeper transfer, just one bad gaming for Pickford, and you are selling him. I think you should ignore this kind of sale. Then in number 10 position, it's Eze from Crystal Palace. In game week 1, he was unlucky, but in game week 2 against West Ham, I think you can return. And so why you are selling him? He performed well in game week 1, but he was unlucky. So you should ignore this kind of sale. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video. And if you are new in this channel, please subscribe this channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Good luck for your team.